As you come to the end of a job search process with a firm that you really want to join, there are some things that you really do need to become crystal clear about before you accept any offer. Now, they may seem obvious and pretty basic, but I can assure you that they get glossed over all too often in the excitement of the moment and in the spirit of wanting to be cooperative and wanting to get the deal done. So in this short video, I'm going to run through what these things are so that you can bear them in mind during that final phase of the job search process to make sure that you've got them right, that you're crystal clear about them, and that you make sure that you get a really good entry point into the new job that you'll be taking on. Hello, my name is Stephen Wright. I'm a career coach here at Career Mentor, and we help high-performing financial services professionals make their next smart career move. So the first thing to talk about is reporting. Some time ago, I was coaching someone who wanted to make sure that they got everything about right, and I asked the question, well, first of all, who will you be reporting to? And the answer came back, well, there's somebody in New York, there's someone in London, and there's a dotted line to somebody in Hong Kong, I think. And I found the answer to that a little bit concerning. So I went further and I said, well, who will be writing and presenting your end of year appraisal? And we didn't know the answer to that. I said, okay, well, in which case, when it comes to bonus time, who will be making sure that you get paid a fair bonus? And again, we drew a blank on that. And the final question I asked, well, who will be setting the objectives for you to achieve and against which your performance will be judged? And again, we drew a blank. So clearly it's important to understand the one person who you will specifically be reporting to, who will be doing all of those things. Setting your objectives, writing and giving you your appraisal, making sure that you get well looked after and fairly looked after when it comes to bonus. Let's become really clear about that straight off the bat. The second thing to think about is your roles and responsibilities. And this really falls out of the first point. Once you understand who you'll be reporting to, it will be great to really understand the specific objectives that they want you to achieve. So it will help if you are able to sit down with your direct line manager, understand what he or she is tasked to achieve for the business, and therefore the things that they want you to achieve that are going to support them in the achievement of their objectives. You need to become crystal clear about exactly what it is that they want you to achieve and by when. So what goes with that is where you sit in their value chain, exactly how they want you to add value and how you're going to interact with the other people in that value chain. Other things to be discussed with your direct line report are the culture that they want in their team, the behaviors that they want to see, and also to become clear about how best to communicate in terms of style and frequency. Next thing to think about is the rank at which you'll be joining the firm. This is clearly something to get right, and not least because it's a reflection of the job that you'll be doing, and to an extent it gives you a degree of authority and clout within the organization. But also have a mind for how other people who are already there will feel about you coming in at that particular rank. The other thing that I mentioned about rank is that it's quite important in terms of the way it may help you when you're interacting with people outside the firm. So for example, providers or clients. So making sure that you get the right rank for somebody doing that job with all your experience and ability to add value to the firm. Next thing to think about, therefore, is remuneration. And the negotiation of remuneration, knowing what the right number is a massive subject in itself. But suffice to say, becoming really clear about somebody at your level with your experience and your ability to add value, what that can command in the marketplace is really useful when it comes to negotiation. Your power in the negotiation will also be compounded by the strength that you have, the feeling that you have that you can actually walk away from the negotiation if the numbers that they're offering you are just not right for what you believe that you're worth. So it's important to get that remuneration right. The final point is on support. Again, we'll go to an example. I was talking to somebody who's going to join a firm. She was about to take on a pretty sizable role with some quite exacting tasks that they had in mind. And when she asked, well, what support are you going to provide for me, the answer came back, well, we're going to give you half the time of an untrained intern. And this raised some red flags, because first of all, it's clearly not going to be enough resource for her to achieve those objectives. And second, it kind of reflected the depth of thought that had gone into that particular position and the support that they're going to provide. So making sure that you're going to have enough resource in order to achieve the objectives that they have in mind is really important. Final thought about support is that making sure that you feel very confident that the leadership team have bought into you, they bought into this hire, and that they have the political will to support you through those first critical months in the organization is an important thing as well. So there we go. These are all very important things. Making sure that when you join the firm, you have all these things under consideration is really important. Being able to walk away if the negotiation isn't working, or if they're just not going to provide you with all the things that you want, is important. What can also be quite interesting in this phase of the hiring is if there is a recruiter involved, they can be really useful in helping making all these communications clear and making sure that you get the right things and kind of helping the process along. But bear in mind that the recruiter wants to get paid, they want to make the deal happen, but it is the hiring firm that pays them. So there are my thoughts. Importantly, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Have I missed anything out? Is there anything that you'd like to add, for example? Please do put your thoughts in the comments below, they'd be very welcome. If you are involved in a job search process and you'd like to have a chat about where you are and how it's all going, then please do feel free to reach out. All my contact details are on our website, and also my contact information is at the top of my LinkedIn profile in the contact info section. So there we go. I wish you well, and thanks very much.